Hi, everyone. Dr. Kel Fujimoto, Senior Director of Wellness at San Francisco Bay University, and we're doing episode 15. And today's topic is Healing Through Hip Hop, which is a program at Borough of Manhattan Community College. I am so excited about my guest who is joining us here, Sybil Young, who is a co-facilitator of the program and a licensed mental health counselor at BMCC. Now, whether you're listening while commuting, working out, or watching while you're relaxing at home, thank you for joining me. If you find today's episode helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, or share it with someone who might benefit. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation, and that conversation can make all the difference. Now, my guest today is the amazing Sybil Young. She is a New York State licensed mental health counselor at Borough of Manhattan Community College, where she is dedicated to promoting student mental health, resilience, and belonging through culturally responsive counseling and innovative wellness programming. She earned her Master of Arts from Nyack College and her Bachelor of Arts from Hunter College. Sybil's clinical approach integrates cognitive behavioral therapy, psychoanalytic therapy, family therapy, strength-based therapy, and culturally competent practices with a focus on self-care, grief support, leadership development, and empowering communities of color and women. She is passionate about creating spaces where students feel seen, heard, and supported as they navigate life's challenges. As a co-facilitator of BMCC's Healing Through Hip Hop and Creative Expressions program, Sybil partners with community teaching artists to help students use music, spoken word, and creative expression as tools for healing, self-discovery, and personal growth. Through writing, discussion, and creative projects, the program fosters a safe and inclusive environment where students build confidence, strengthen community, and recognize the importance of caring for their mental health. Aside from that, Sybil enjoys traveling, being on the beach, exploring new areas, and dancing. So welcome, Sybil. I am so excited to have you here.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for that gracious introduction and for this invitation.
Oh, you're welcome. I am thrilled that you're here. So, tell our viewers a little bit more about yourself, if there's anything more that you want to add to that, and your roles at Borough of Manhattan Community College. What inspired you to create the Healing Through Hip Hop and Creative Expressions program?
Wow. So being here has been amazing to work with the students of New York City, but from all over the world because we have a lot of international students and New York City is huge. And I think from each borough, there's a different culture as well. So the diversity here is amazing. And the healing through hip hop piece, I would say one, I know how much music influenced me. And when I hear it, I see it as such a place of expression, of healing, of getting people together. And I was like, wow, I think that would be a great aspect to add to the counseling center because not everybody is ready to sit down behind a full wall and just really just talk. But I was like, this would be an alternative way to get people to begin to talk. And if they feel like coming to counseling one-on-one would be their next step, then great. But if not, let's start here.
That's great. You know, when you people think about hip hop and they think about mental health, and they put that together, right, in a sentence, they may not really see that immediate connection between the two. So how can hip hop and spoken word and creative expression become those tools for healing and emotional wellness?
Well, I think that people go through things. And if we think about some of those greatest songs from hip hop to R&B to country to slow songs, it came from an emotional place and it's an expression of how people have felt, what they're going through, and it really touches the heart of people. Even ones that aren't really want to be quiet, but they want to express it in a more assertive way, then this opportunity has presented itself to do that. And I know it's helped me to hear it. So I'm like, let's give people a positive outlet. And I think that's another key point. a positive outlet of expression. Because when we suppress, we don't really we don't do the best things. And I was like, let's provide a space where people can exhale, get things out, and express it in the way that they feel best without doing something negative.
Yeah, so true. So true in the sense that music really taps into our feelings, right? And brings that, and we connect on that level when we're listening to any music. And, to be able to express ourselves in ways that is productive or that is positive, and not destructive, right? I mean, is always a great thing to do. Um,
Absolutely. And even in the midst of that, when we have our sessions, we're like, no cursing and no derogatory. So we kind of
yeah.
like mold it and shape so that we can guide people in ways that there are other ways to express ourselves.
Nice, nice. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that. I know the program partners with community teaching artists and gives students a chance to express themselves through the music and spoken word. What does a typical session look like? I mean, what kind of experiences do students have throughout the semester? And it is throughout the semester, is that right?
It's throughout the semester. We usually do sometimes 10 to 12 weeks, twice a
Mhm.
week for like 2 hours. And some of it is through discussion. Like I think a lot of times they start with songs that the students may know,
Okay.
and they'll pick a topic through an artist, and we'll kind of pick it apart at times. Like, what did you think the artist was saying? How did it impact you? So we kind of have a discussion around that, and then we'll use like a instrumental or a song and say, so let's write about. So then everyone gets a chance to write how the music impacted them in their own way. Some people are really shy. Some people like, well, I don't rap and I don't write. Like, it doesn't matter. Just write something. And so then from there, the students get to share. And most people don't decline because we've created this safe space and we're like, we're just talking, we're just chatting, we're just sharing. So then people just share. And we've never been in a group where someone criticized another person.
Nice. 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 Um, how many students are generally in that group?
It can range from two to
Okay.
one to 15 to 20. Like we kind of leave it open flowing,
Oh,
so that we advertise and we just say,
oh,
come and sit
wow.
in. So it's like this open, fluid group to a
Okay.
certain point until we kind of get to the recording piece. But it's to
Okay.
give people the opportunity. We've had people in the group that don't sing, don't rap. They just love music. Or they like, I love being here because I feel comfortable. I feel seen, I feel heard, and this is an exhale for me. And I go, well, then you're welcome.
Nice. Nice. That's incredible. I mean, it's because I was thinking that it was kind of a closed group with students need to be committed, right? Because it's, a lot of work and processing that happens, but it's it's cool that it's open, and students can come and go. And you're right. I mean, some students maybe may feel just want to be in the space, and some students may feel a little bit more inclined to participate in the music and all of that and creating of it. So amazing work that you're doing there. So, and students, they carry a lot of things with them, right? There's stress, there's anxiety, there's grief, a lot of things that are happening in our world today that are impacting them that can be difficult to talk about. Um, have you seen how creative expression has helped the students open up in ways that maybe traditional counseling, the one-on-one traditional counseling alone doesn't?
Absolutely. I think talking through another avenue, because even if it's like something poetry or a rhyme, maybe it's not about me, but the person gets to write it. And because of the time that we've spent together, people have talked about suicide. They've talked about grief. They've talked about not feeling seen and really coming to the space and it giving them permission. even through a song that they've heard, it kind of says, you're welcome here with that issue too. Because nothing is like shut down or shunned, but there is just um an environment of encouragement, an environment of listening. And so many people have done that in this space.
Right.
And I found it kind of like strangely odd. Like I feel comfortable, or I would have never thought. I think curiosity has brought people to.
Great. Great. One of the things that I appreciate about this program that you developed is that it builds both healing and community. And community is really big here at San Francisco Bay University. It's something that we really focus on. Um, so, in addition to supporting the students and their mental health, how has healing through hip hop helped students develop connection and belonging and confidence?
It's been incredible. I think maybe the title, and we used to just say healing through hip hop, and then I said, people may think and they have, well, we only do hip hop here. I was like, no, we do more. It's spoken word, it's poetry, it's rapping, it's singing. And we go, so let's put creative expression on the end so people know this is open to other realms of creativity.
Nice. For other campuses that might be looking to support student wellness in innovative ways, what advice would you give them about incorporating creative arts, music, or spoken word into their wellness program or counseling?
It's like advertising it. And I think coming out of the four walls, like, people say counseling, there's a lot of stigma around it. And I
Hmm.
think kind of tearing down those walls by opening it up to this space in this way is like, oh, it's not too bad. And the one of the things is like I started off kind of doing outreach and I said, I like that because I'm not behind the wall. They don't have to come in. I'm meeting them where they're at. And I think that is so key. Meet the students where they're at. They may not be ready for this formality. So going out and sitting at a table and showing the video or just talking, they go, oh, so you're one of the counselors? You're kind of cool. I've gone on outreaches and events with some of the other departments so that they can see that we're real people
Yeah.
and that they can have an option. You see a picture, you're like, it's counseling. But if they really can see you as an open person, a person that um, is verbal, is not intimidating, then they go, hey, and that's how I've met so many of my students. I want to come see you. And I said, then come on, schedule an appointment.
Yeah, I think it's important for counselors, therapists, whatever we want to call ourselves, to be out there, right? For students to see us and really see us as people,
Yes.
not as, people in this white coat or what they think we are, right? Um, and yeah, and we can be normal, fun, cool. We are cool people. You are very cool, Sybil. So maybe
Oh,
that's
thank
one
you.
thing that needs to be, as far as anybody who's maybe thinking about doing this, you need to be cool, maybe.
Okay.
But,
In
but
our own way, because I think it really gives permission for people to show up, these students to show up the way that they are and be who they are. And they go, wow. And listen, through this process, I've discovered, I think it's been there, but it has really opened the door for me in their presence. So I tell them, this is not only about you. You students have helped me discover some things about myself and really invited me into the space. And so we're all growing together.
yeah, okay. Thanks. Thanks for everything that you. Now you shared a video. Now you talked about this video and you shared this video with me that I want to share here as well. I mean, it's simply amazing, extremely powerful. Say a little bit about what our viewers are going to see here.
I mean, one, this was the first music video that we did. And it was just like spending time in this space, coming up with the lyrics around a theme. I mean, on the day it was raining, we're like, so where are we gonna go and what are we gonna do? So we didn't like kind of script it. We knew where our parts were, but things just came together naturally. I'm gonna say because of the time that we spent with each other and the level of comfort, we're like, we're gonna have fun and having this proud moment. We're actually gonna record our work. And so we're like, just have a ball. But before we actually did the video, we went in the studio first. We do the studio work first. And so it was the first time for many of the students to go into an actual studio to do this work. And it was amazing. The support, the encouragement, and having the experience together, which birthed this video of us just enjoying each other's time together and the work that
Yeah.
we've done and to see the growth from beginning to end.
Yeah, it sounds like a simply amazing process. Okay, everyone, this is called Breakthrough. Um, it's about 4 minutes long, so I'm going to share this with
Been
all of
stuck
you.
in a place for way too long. We're gonna use this song to lead us to a place of freedom. Of freedom, oh freedom. Coming together for a common cause, to express our thoughts, bare our feelings. Are you hearing the cries of those around you? Pause and think about how you want to respond. We can all be trapped, or we can help each other rise up to a higher place. Set things back in order. Disorder does not have to be what keeps us bound, but we can lead each other with a sound that reminds us of the hope we once had, opening our hearts and minds to the possibilities that are endless. Can you see it? Just be what you were meant to be. Free.
All I ever wanted was to get back to who I used to be. But what if I get there and I don't like it? I beat myself up usually. My thoughts spill out, I move in silence. Withdrew my love, then deposited something else that I can't acknowledge. Then God gave me a better coat, cause I had demons in my closet. If I sleep, will I awake? If I die, will it be obvious? Why would death be my escape? When I've looked back at my accomplishments, now I don't need to look. I found freedom in the solace. I wanna get my talents booked, and that's the reason I went to college. I'm free.
I'm sleeping till I'm free. It's a dream I need to earn. It's leaving me the fiend for even being seen or heard. It's human beings, you and me, are here to go and lead the herd. To seek what we deserve, got a piece of we unearth. And pursue to be God's gifted, when the fruit to exhaust to begin with. And not the system which is gotten us starving and ignorant. Scars from the dissonance, the beauty was hard to envision yet. Giannis is kicking the bucket and all of the dissonance. In the end, the art and caught him the glimpses of
freedom, 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 freedom. Cause all I want is
mine is heavy, this weight is deadly. I want freedom, but I'm not ready. So I hope the song doesn't portray how to mess up and have a bad day. To my dismay, I've led Jah astray. So now I sit down and pray. Don't become what the bad thoughts might say. I know we'll be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Viviendo entre las dudas, circunstancias que no ayudan. Pero mientras tengo sueño en mi cabeza, siento que la fe me cura. Yo me pierdo entre las rejas, construida de quejas. Y al final del día sigo estando viva, voy a vivir mi verdad. Freedom por mis ganas, freedom por mañana, freedom. No importa la etnia de donde tú vengas, voy a vivir con libertad. Y aunque te quieran callar, conserva tu identidad. Y a sacar la fuerza y que de ti dependa hacer tu sueño realidad.
Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. All I ever wanted was freedom. All I ever needed was freedom. Inside, living low. Gotta make a breakthrough. Gotta keep my head loose. Looking high like the greats do, cause all I want
flow. Music can link all skin colors. Can the blind lead the blind? Where you can see the light of a dream at night. Can the blind lead the blind? Where? On the floor where there is no time.
Just incredible.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. They did such an amazing job.
I can see it in them. They're very, I can see it that they're very proud of this and just how empowered they feel, and I mean, I'll say that I love the sound of everyone's voice. It's just of such a great variety, yeah, it's congratulations
Thank
on
you.
this. It's
Thank you.
fantastic work. Sybil, how do people reach you? I mean, I'm sure people will want to, consult with you, talk with you about this. You can educate them about it. Where can they get more information about the program and about your services? And I'm sure students too, whether they're at Borough of Manhattan or they also may see this if they do, and may want to contact you. How do they reach you?
Right. Well, I'm actually on the website of BMCC, so you can go straight there. Go under the counseling center, and even some of like when we do our programming, it is on the calendar. So listen, if people even see when our showcase is and they are in the city, let us know and come through and cheer us on. We have a showcase every semester. And so is BMCC and our Thrive Collective, and even through the website of YouTube. The videos are placed on YouTube, and that's just been amazing.
Yeah, you
Amazing
definitely,
exposure.
you definitely have tapped into an area that is so powerful. You have a skill, a talent. I mean, yeah, you're amazing work that you're doing there. So thank you for doing what you do. One last question that I like to ask all of the guests here on the podcast. I mean, I'm sure this is a lot of work, and everything that you do is a lot of work. So how do you keep yourself well? And what do you do to maintain a well-balanced life?
I'm a foodie. So I make sure that I eat good food. I make sure that I eat my lunch, and I go for a walk at lunchtime and get some air. And a lot of times I walk out after work. I make a transition of walking. We have a beautiful, right across the street, we're by the river. So there's a space out there that I can walk. And like for the second video, we took the students further across the street, and they're like, this is beautiful. We didn't know we were here. So it's just a journey of discovery and really tapping into the beauty around us in some of those quiet places so that we can recalibrate and then turn up the next day energized and ready to help our students grow.
Well, Sybil, congratulations. Thank you for joining me here and for all of the amazing work that you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. And thank you, everyone, for spending your time with us on the Wellness Octave. If today's episode taught you something new, and I'm sure it did, I'd love for you to hit the like button, subscribe, or leave a review and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Our conversations about wellness become more powerful when we have them all together. Okay, until next time, take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. Stay healthy and be well, one note at a time. Sybil, I'm simply amazed. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you for having me. It's been my pleasure.